Another absolutely iconic Australian animal that's made a long-term home for itself here in the Otways is the koala. Indeed, zoologist Lizzie Cork assures me they've been around for 4.5 million years.
The dentition of those early animals is almost identical to our modern-day koalas, suggesting that their diet and their way of life was the same as it is now.
Their diet is almost exclusively eucalyptus leaves, and their way of life, well, let's just say pretty relaxed.
If you like still lives, you've come to the right place.
That's right.
Look at that.
That makes them wonderful wildlife for watching.
The Cape Otway Centre for Conservation Ecology, 62 kilometres south of Forest, is a haven for nature lovers, the best place to see wild koalas doing what koalas clearly do best.
Koalas sleep about 20 hours a day. Their diet is just so low in energy and high in toxins, so they need to conserve as much as possible for digestion. A koala will eat a couple of kilos of leaves a day, but those leaves take 200 hours to be digested. So it's a very involved process.
Fortunately for these guys, the predominant species here is manna-gum, the chocolate ice cream of eucalypts. Perfect for a species so long in the tooth.
Up here there's a female with her big back young.
Are they everywhere?
They are, aren't they?
So how old's that Joey, do you reckon?
This Joey is about 18 months old. He's got quite a big one. The Joeys are born after just 35 days gestation, so it's very, very short. And then in the pouch full-time until about 6 months old.
So how little are the babies when they're born?
The little neonates are 1 centimetre long and they weigh half a gram. They're just tiny, so they crawl into the pouch, which is upside down in koalas, backwards facing. Koalas share a common ancestor with wombats, and the wombats really didn't want to be shoveling all the soil into their pouches while they're digging their burrows.
How do they stop their babies from falling out?
I think the babies hang on very tight.
They have to. Good practice for when
That's
they move
right.
to the back.
That's right. They're very dependent on their mums for a long time.
At what stage then do they leave home?
Between 18 months and 2 years old. At a glance, they look like very boring, sleepy animals that don't do very much, but they've become so incredibly well adapted to such a difficult niche. They do things so very, very well. That the more you study them, the more complex and amazing they become.
Pizza delivery.
Very good. Just what we need.
The Centre for Conservation and Ecology doubles as a shelter for injured and orphaned wildlife. And it looks like Lizzie's partner, Shayne Neal, has his hands full, tending to the needs of 2 demanding teenagers, Elmo and Millie, who was found abandoned on the side of the road. Elmo was brought into the shelter with his injured mother, but when she died, Shayne was left quite literally holding the baby.
We've had to finish raising him, so we had him on the bottle, and now he's fully weaned and is getting all the nutrients and everything from the leaves. These guys will be ready for release tomorrow.
Oh, really?
So that'll be pretty exciting.
Oh, for them and for us.
Yeah. It is sad to sort of see them go out from the nursery, but that's the real motivating part of wildlife care, is see them integrate back out into the wild environment.
All manner of mammals find their way to Lizzie and Shayne's refuge. Eastern greys, the most adorable sugar gliders ever, and the cutest black wallabies imaginable, Roger and Will.
Don't get the hiccups, because I don't know how to burp you. So how did you get the name Will?
Will came from will he or won't he.
As in survive.
That's right.
God.
He was such a tiny, tiny baby when he arrived. He weighed in at 180 grams on arrival. He was just tiny. It fits in the palm of your hand. You could see all his little organs, see the milk in his tummy. His eyes and his ears were fused shut. He was just so little, completely transparent.
So how many have you raised yourself?
We're at 147.
147?
Little Roger is number 147.
Oh, over how many years?
5.
That's almost constantly.
It's a lot of babies.
Now, you do the maths. Imagine 2 to 4 hourly feeds for more than a year and multiply that by 147. But wait, there's more.
What's the maximum number of animals you've had in here at any given time?
With Joey's 17, which is a lot of work. You just don't sleep.
No wonder they've won the Prime Minister's Environment Award.
They've got a wonderful network of carers and a lovely group of ladies who make pouches for us, and members of the public who'll do rescues and help us make nest boxes and all sorts. They're very, very supportive.
Awfully big sack for 2 koalas, isn't it?
Okay, all ready, little Elmo?
So it's release day and time for Millie and Elmo's big moment of truth.
Nearly there, guys.
The chosen tree.
That's right, the big wide world.
You ready, Elmo?
Oh, look at that face.
What a good boy.
Straight to the pick of the leaves.
Off he goes.
No hesitation whatsoever.
Woohoo!
As for Millie, if anything, maybe a little too conscientious.
Oh, wow, upside down first go. I feel like we need to go and put like one of those big trapeze nets underneath them just in case. Oh, look at this. Look. Talk about going out on a limb. Look at him.
What a show off.
My goodness. If that was one of my kids, I'd be terrified right now. I'd be having kittens, or Joey's, as the case may be.
Pretty exciting to see him out there like that.
It is, isn't it? They're so confident and so agile.
I'll pass on fantastic genes with that climbing ability.
They will, won't they? Not to mention survival skills.
That's right. We feel we really owe a duty of care to the wildlife of our area, and it's looking after individuals is the first step. You can't look after ecosystems if you turn your backs on individuals.